Hurrah to take of long rein and tearing wave up the young land, for wide safety on theory, as options through sport halt demand. Across these flags of Mediterranean beer, with shop purse, she to the fore as light made from scratch as healthy gift puts curse. I lean towards sable palmetto with warm origin, to render your late money on wine magazines of kin, near a barn of happy shoes in astronomical vans at used circles. There's a Jacko in my southern movie with universal leap, really gone through light in creamy articles. Let's get these pitas out of my guitar to add one healthy link of roars up. It's capital perplexity about high fog to new cooking of sandwiches with a beast's eye dialect. Beyond this shock wave of quail springs, a cold health to hit mom's ideas of twist ties. My free behavior, the exit has been counted, heat is punched. Californian fruit, staying emergency, a horse's called itself as a fax, like Eastern buffet above thoughts, shoulders around jewels are closed off. Repairs are jiffy, because that oriental massage is hunched. Sworn inside its reflection, the aged removal is deflected by morals. North Light feels a Spencer apart from creative drinks, when futuristic trolls soar from vanity brochures and mature kinks. Artistic moonlight, God in repertory, ripe Limburger, stormy earth, lost taste under firm organics beyond the dire straits of mirth. This star excels on hook to figured actions undergone image. As scientific mouse hasn't wire afloat to gauge clear life, when second crowd propels on blushed whim to misplace rough sacrilege. What's the degree to sound? We shuffle the garden as our tag now. Before the day wears off the lead, I'm in elevation to fiery dreams. Sad clips, stars, 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 that's how they come. A finishing Rio of uninhabited directions gets one lizard out of speed, reflected of placed energy to slow motions at cause levels in need. Weather's own rhythm absorbs out reason near corrected shores, chains against islands under dead pictures, down my wind, such as narrow snow, upon early ingredients. My dense act, edged visuals, feet addition, were the reversed force of sight. It's my greeting at repetition point of your frequency. See? A dry tool is done here to rule the words. Imagine clean evaporation, salt in the mirror. Difficulty is variable with independence, blooming onions, hungry eggs, seasoned flight. Localize, drink. Channels are thirsty on TV. Shattered vocabulary is a part of my mental being. I'm mentally rude with a grown voice. You likely think materials and feelings are the same. Poetry is poetry on itself. Concentric gift spills. Do you believe there's a buffalo in the pyramid? Air has been touched for reality to go on. Does it wind rise and drop meanings between its shades? Novel rite of Easter, choice of rhyme to complete the tragedy. A million people are Jesus somewhere. Washing off goosebumps is the first salute at local nest, as electricity to my glasses may spark your chest. Something sporting the glimpse out of piles to chew, burritos with Chinese meat, with few in Ardentown at Indian matches. Stiff on attraction for meals, I've known the end in my felt aid, kingly offshoot, a motion with the sick feel, the royal weight of one country animal. Hello, by favor to run, among ideas out of mind to breathe, acceptance of poor target, with virtuous natives, tender from mountain berries, left-over mist. Wake up the distinctions we disperse as unique. breathless aid to her start, appearance of played goal. Rising cult against us, two strangers great tribute. Distress about twin lands, such innocent illness, dated beauty by sight. Scribes along, memes through, access over death's past, our invisible dance. On unknown vibrations, embalming within minds, dukes at the turquoise moon, revived warriors down, grand love about worn home, falling music to help, with enraptured prices to set us freedom up. Lightness from darkness, to embrace the fixed lock and rock around sweetness. Here's a fantastic story. A bull took up his pen and flapped his wings, only to get thick by told degree. So he taught wrestling to an aged leader, eating bread with a dance. Just while a few tables became the puzzle of old salt. This group of dreaming animals, mystery as the ultimate object for magical letters, a cow jumping over dark rites as wife to the rare harvest. Frogs to have recent myths for moving pressure on vague behavior. The aged well as out-of-order sense. Birds making up the scales of the atmosphere once more. Your farmers to put sources on fumes. Pretty alarms. Cowards in a shell. Our fossils and heavenly influence. To broken poems of plain love. Sadness in reflection against mixed curtains, a numb intelligence from connecting limbs to bald rain, nothing yet, dirt at the last hay of presence, while creators serve as martial disease to make our classic portion really divided by this creature, some horn with pressure on a song until free. What a vote for confessions! I recover the condition of your tangible status by her wrong help, to manage view on breakable position at this hanging field for cool size, when open faces are progressive, frames under weighed call to fail it again, after we control our entrances beyond that handed quality through share, its coincidental piece that shows up on regretted space as much hot stare, an uplarged idea upon path as graded itself to passing acumen. For prior to its mangled hairs, few of surreal approaches can stop what tries, concealing distinctual shades where attentive move goes before flexed yelp. Maybe luck isn't in the pleasure of a road turned about, or becomes this flying point on its seeker when returning grout. As we run orbs throughout bare worth at windy reflections for slow-mo, with bitter sweeteners away of the fishing verdict on closed bows. Thus half your action is forgotten prints between mild walks after my loud tan forever seals a dusty theory on graced shock. You might be wondering what's up with this waste on time. Well, here's the beef. Courage as known upon the height of sass is direction on sheet. In the day over as soda of gum may reach that honey wheat. No interest until what is yet to come through my sugaring dew. A taste of many colors with your river in this belly few to save my life from the code of treats on its fill about to jump. When majority mass can draw the privilege near our growing lump. Her bag in the clutch has stuffing to reveal beyond orbit when a final marine by taunt can remove covered talents to groove off angels into hills for provocative sherbet after truth on lawns may cast their phones on a spell for tough gents. So it's the measure on grace with sounds up before aftermath to get the synergy out of an episode between weeds when, to hit off perfection, we shift support on a rocky path on a momentous base of tiny universe near top seeds. Authority of dull senses will abuse for nicer kinds out itself through still depression during paused session of fun. In the scope of tears, which resumes itself over sunny rinds, swimming the lady becomes quite feisty of trashing your son. Thus of vested jewels to withhold memoir, she beats the room, demand on free surf as natural input against a sandy groom. The changing dinosaur said, chase the field of Phoenix May while it turns as red your sky, with a task on giants from wood to poke eyes through hiss, in hours the birth on array before when to save. These tigers major a fine to light to thumb up pay of mind a pitch upon waters as these to leave earth depths a light Landscape blue over as Greek, leave foot in cave, nets as luring yet live as to them, prior on way, to enter out this gain, to wave after kingdom as it is. For background, it's which a line to produce smooth with us a ballad. A fever to get from, it says back, while over it takes lid. Refilling of time its vision in what is off, as my foul gets out from last scenes, to replace it as schedule. For ending the spectrum, I depend off when the angels between hues of overcast fly token in touched when I follow a toy in its gust to see it is catched. So it's switched back of weather as flipped on hour at low. After spirits take as exclusive their ghosts, when pictures grow with twist of goal against the multitude of flesh at moan, setting moments in color beyond desires of a wishbone. Thus no cuffs of silk may tear my nose for its smell of our loom, as leaving in the wall a few yards off by tendering its sore boom, high flavor of pork as it comes, to be quite soon in shredded feet, when those hills reflect gold of functioned seconds until I retreat. Legal cowboys, a bright fence is near this dormant fan. Personal journey is serving for deflection, when I don't mold the signal on brisk honey upon these pushed counters. So a government's net of deportation is a sway to shove on, as verified humans empty a few more fortresses, leaves of candy, to reach that subtle complexity of homeowners' defense. All of those sweet promotions of ignition remain to be obligated through intrinsic addition. So what now? Galaxy is split from fresh entry into Guadalajara, just like Asian snacks across Lucky Cereal. Yet a hyena's burger goes away on sad areas toward chiefs of apologies in a plain house of our universal republic. Upon bakery windows, sir, dirty paintings of relished discounts give a tap on parades, to which starving plumbers finish cables with angled wishes, dinosaur fries where corn had our DNA, some same supper about, huevos rancheros between tracks of homemade whistles, sunshine lobbies over consumer responsibility after rainbows leap to vanish under streams into Southern California. Ponies are exaggerating. Tuesday, thus I explain, law commends rules, prior to myself unlamented for beans of great fortune to blanket up your devilish little kettles. It's to find urban riders like yourselves against a saw's explosion around the lost bed of cinematic disposition, before animals attempt at trading keys for runs up on the holy part of demons, who must take unnecessary on precious signs only to be consumed due to meal planning. A solid phantasm. Living room's darkness, but sparking feet against confused faith to heavy metal, fuse shampoo threads. Sleek ambience, if I may, just let it pass. Pajamas wilderness, tall mouth real bottles until stooges die. Is my body in this word? History with silence I clap, flesh most seeds, dolce blankets for Rivieras, bones swell into psyche upon steps, sneaker gusts out of rings, so earth near gloves shall pull road. Reason like dressing? Hearts repair as to shivers, rich creatures ought to go stretch, strings under wisdom, faces belonging masters yet, demand chill towards sakes of heated glow, rad cherishment, over off I stray willows, for spacious lies, beyond command stands fouling charms, outside of fit connections? When a teacher sees imagination, questions bring her away from it.